can tell stories, and they might be all right.
Those characters, where did you invent them? Were they people in your life, people you saw?
Well, I'm the luckiest woman in the world. Luck ran my way, and, I wrote some things and started to perform them. And the reason the characters came about, really, is because I couldn't get any work in straight plays where I was living. So I thought if I put together a series of characters, they'll see my range. And then the characters started talking about stuff they wanted to talk about.
Okay. So it's a showcase, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please hire me.
Yeah. And then they took over.
And literally changed my thought process, changed my writing, changed the way I looked at things. Like knowing and really intelligent people who happen to be heavy drug addicts, who were brilliant and couldn't get out of the muck and mire, but you could sit fascinated by what they could talk about, That's where Fontaine, who is my junkie character, comes from. He's the clearest to me because I understand him the best, And then my daughter had a lot to do with the little girl with the shirt on her head, because I felt that I had explained that she didn't need to do that kind of thing, that it was fine to have her kind of hair, blah, blah. And she showed up in the house one day, coming out of her room with a shirt on her head. And I just like, how is this possible? But in realizing that everything that we saw was excluding her, was saying, this is not for you. You can't use ultra-white toothpaste because you're just not in the ultra-white program, really bothered me. And I wondered how many other people, and when I did that character, people came out of the woodwork. And people that you would never think would ever question what they look like. And it's the great thing about performance, is you never know how you're affecting people. And you never know who's bonding with you while you're performing. Because we all think that it's only us. We are the only ones who have this. But everybody wants to be what they think is on the other side of the block. It's 20 years now since I did that show, and I just had the anniversary. I went back, and some of the characters would not come back.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the little girl with the long, luxurious blonde hair that we were just talking about, she wouldn't come back because she's no longer needed. There are representations everywhere now, and so she felt like, I've already done this.
What happens in your head when you're performing?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you let something else entirely take over?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not even like I got a choice. Once I step on the stage and I start, I'm not there.
And so do you worry that won't happen ever?
No. Because there's a whole building in here where people are living. And so it might not always be the tenants that I know, but someone's always living. It's always occupied up there.
And are you ever thinking consciously, well, time, must move on to that next thing?
Oh, well, no.
Should cut that?
It's not until I know the show is over does this thing appear inside my head that says, whew, I did not like this audience. That's why we only did an hour. If we like the audience, I'm on stage sometimes for almost 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that any heightened intelligence happens to you? I mean, obviously something really... I'm only saying this because I have been in situations where, for instance, I've been in a play where somebody forgets the lines. In fact, I've been on stage with Jennifer when she's forgotten, and I know that I've forgotten plenty of times. And I thought, I must now quickly, while I'm speaking, think up what I can say next that fits the story, fits the plot, tells her what we've got to get back to, and does 5 jobs that would take me 2 days to do ordinarily if I had to write out, but I can do it in a microsecond on stage.
You're like a math whiz. We are whizzes that way. We know. It just comes together. You know what you have to do if somebody goes up on a line. This is why people want to be on stage with us. Because we know story, we know 5,000 ways to get to the next line. And it's just part of us. As we're learning the lines, as we're doing this, just things go off to the side. And they store themselves like this. And then when they're needed, they come down like that and they wrap around, and you can take somebody where they need to get to and help them not veer again. Or you find amazing ways to say to someone, I don't know where I am.
Yes.
I have no clue what comes next.
Help me.
Yes. And you find amazing, wonderful ways to do it. When you're on stage with someone else, and in particular when you're on stage with someone who gets you rhythmically, it's fabulous. When you're on stage with a new group of folks, you have to tell them before you start, you say, listen, if you lose where you are, let me know. Here's our signal. That's our signal
subtle.
for where I'm lost, so that I know to help you.
Yeah.
If I get lost, here's the signal. You have to figure out a way to help me. If you are trying to be cute, don't. Just say, give me my line. Just give me my line. Oh, didn't you want the blah, blah, blah? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that will get me through, But we have these skills where we can knit a story. We can knit how to get to the other side. If the bridge goes out, we knit it. There it is. It's a great and wonderful skill. That's the artistry. That's what makes us artists, is that we have hundreds of different ways of getting to where we need to get to. And so we don't bore ourselves. And when we do bore ourselves, we can't work. It's just, it can't go any further than bored. This is bad. And I know it's bad because I can't move. If there's a hole in the story, I can't get beyond it until I fix it. Then my brain says, okay, toll bridge open, go across.
Do you have fear before you go on stage?
Yes.
How does it manifest itself?
I think, did I go to the bathroom? Have I done everything I needed to do? And as I'm going to the stage, I think, no, I haven't done everything. I know I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. And then when I set foot on stage, I think, I should have gone to the bathroom. And now, with the whole menopause thing, a sneeze is a dangerous thing. So, I think,
I'm flooding the audience.
Why are my pants wet? I must have coughed or sneezed or something, And so I thought, should I get those little diapers or something? But I just can't bring myself to do it. I just can't,
I just have to deal with it.
And my grandkids go, Granny, you're so ill.
And they're right.
Yeah, they are.
What do you have written in your passport as your occupation?
Actor.
You have written in your passport as your occupation?
Actor.
Is that because you don't want to write comedian? Or do you
couldn't
see
spell
yourself
it.
as an actor?
Actor was shorter.
It's got 2 N's, apparently, comedian.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
too many N's
that's
and
hard.
an E and something.
Yeah.
But, I started out as a straight actor. So that's what I've always been. And I didn't know I was a comic until I read a review of myself. Because, again, a lot of what I do, I took from how Richard did it. Because that made sense to me, because I could tell stories. And with storytelling, you don't have to be funny all the time. You can actually get it in there when you feel it. So actors seem the correct thing for me.
And did anyone mentor you? Would there be anybody that you could say, that person really helped me?
No. My mother really has the greatest part in getting me to where I was, because she said, listen, you can do anything you want to do, but you have to understand not everybody's going to get it. And that has to be all right with you. And not everybody's going to want to get it. And that has to be all right with you, too. Now, if you can handle that, go do what you want. It's like, okay.
Do you think that being a comic or a comedy actress is a proper job?
Well, no.
Yes! At last, somebody says it!
No, it's not. It's not. But I think that's probably why we do it, because it isn't, I think I would probably be in nursing or something.
Do you think that you get away with it? Is that what you think all the time?
Every day.